Good morning, it's Susanna here. Today we are going to move the bus for the first time in like 2 months, and if you've ever traveled in a van or a bus or an RV, you know that if stuff isn't tied down, things can spill or break, and it's just a huge mess. So this morning we are going to pack up the bus and get everything put away, and then we're going to head out for a few days.
And with this packing up the bus opportunity, I figured it would be a great time for us to go ahead and give you a little tour of our setup. We moved into this bus and it is not even done yet. So we'll kind of show you where it's at right now, give you a bus tour and in its current condition, and show you some of the things that we want to do and the upcoming projects that are going to happen in here, so stay tuned. Before we go anywhere, we have to empty out. We've taken the bottom of the espresso machine out, put it in there. Susanna's going to clean that up while I'm taking down the Starlink outside. So this thing is really cool. I was going to buy the Jetboil half gen system, but this is way cheaper and it looks really good. And it's super stable, operates off these little 1-pound propane tanks. So really neat burner setup here. So for reference, before we had this burner, we were cooking on this burner right here, which is just a Jetboil with a pot attachment. But unfortunately, it was browning the center of our pot. So we had to get this, which has a broader flame, because this kind of all shoots out of the center. And then this kind of has that bigger circle there. Yes, I stepped on the hood. We haven't painted it yet, so it's okay. Once we paint it, I'll probably get out the telescoping ladder and get it off that way. Quite the problem of birds pooping on our Starlink. So I'm not sure what that's all about. Maybe it's just a really good perch. You know, I would think that like this mirror spot would be a good perch, but I guess the Starlink, we keep it up higher, so maybe that's why they're sitting there. But yeah, let me know if you have that same issue with birds perching on your Starlink. All right, everybody, we are gonna get into the tour now. So to tell you a little bit about our bus, again, we moved into it. It's not finished yet, so you're gonna notice some things that aren't really in their place, but that's because we're still building the places for them. We're still building some of the drawers and cabinetry, so the things that would go in there, you know, are still visible. So you'll see that. But to start out, this is a 2007 mid bus. It's built on a Chevy Express van chassis. It has the 6-liter Vortec gasoline engine in it. And it's done very well for us. It's 6 windows on the side as far as length is concerned. And on the roof, we've got 1,200 watts of solar going into a 500 amp hour battery bank. And we have, what, 64 gallons of freshwater storage? I think 64 gallons of freshwater storage. So we're going to take you on into the inside, and we'll kind of talk you through it along the way. And keep in mind, this is not a finished build. And along the way, I'll be telling you some of the improvements and the things that we're going to be making here and that we've planned to make along the way. All right, stepping into the bus, we still have the original bus door system here, which I do plan on replacing and putting a regular lock on the door. That'll free up this area to go ahead and put a table or something like that in there. We put this seat next to that. I actually had a shop do that, so that wasn't on me. And that's a really comfortable seat for Susanna. It's got the shoulder strap, so while we're driving, she can use that. We have this as our quick access cabinet. That's stuff that we want to access pretty quick. We can get it and take it outside. Got that as like a toiletries cabinet there. And, you know, a lot of driving gets done here. We did some modifications to the bus to make it more comfortable, so we'll get into that in a future video. Into the build, we've got, as you can see, we'll start here. We've got a bathroom. And so it's got a full shower, hot water heater, Nature's Head composting toilet. This right here is actually a filing cabinet. We took the counterweights out, the balance weights that were in the back, and we put it in here. We anchored it down, and it's got a lock on it right there. So that can actually lock while we're driving. It doesn't fly open, and it's metal, so it's not easily broken into, things like that. And so moving over here, we'll let Susanna do the kitchen tour.
All right, so over here, Andrew has all his spices, easily accessible. Here we have our deep kitchen sink that also has a brine rack, little thing to scoop stuff out, and then this cutting board fits right in here, like that. And then we have our silicone drying mat, our espresso machine, our Ninja Foodie air fryer that we do a lot of cooking in, our water pump switch, our inverter switch, our Dometic refrigerator and freezer combo, which is really stuffed because we're making Thanksgiving dinner soon. And Andrew already talked about our new stovetop setup, and then we're still figuring out what we want to do with these shelves and how we want to organize everything in the baskets, but our instant pot that we like to cook in as well. Eventually down here we'll have some drawers to fit everything in. There's our hot water heater, so all of our food storage and stuff will be able to fit under there, and we can eliminate all these boxes and that box over there and get everything organized. But for now, it works well.
Yeah, which is really exciting because down there we'll have the drawers on this side, then in front of the hot water heater, and yes, that is an electric hot water heater, 4-gallon capacity, I believe. We'll be able to put our cleaning caddy there with a door that opens. And then over here, our intention is to put a small trash can in there that slides out. Because as of now, we have to go all the way up to the front to throw our trash. And with our curtain across, which by the way, this is just a retractable clothesline with a curtain on it, shower curtain. And so what we plan on doing is putting hooks on the ceiling to make this go all the way up to the ceiling. But it helps with a lot with the heat in here, as well as some with the privacy. Something else I want to mention about our kitchen is our Ninja. That actually flips down. So that's a Ninja Foodie. It's an air fryer, it's an oven, it's a dehydrator, it's a broiler, it's a lot of different things in one. And yes, that is also electric. Notice we've got that 1200 watts of solar on the roof. We wanted to use a lot of electric stuff in here. Moving on, we've got this couch over here, which is actually like an actual like guest bed. So this is just a narrow twin mattress that we did have to cut down a little bit, so it's not a full-size narrow twin, but it's enough for me to lay down on there, and if we ever did have a guest, they could sleep right there pretty easily. Underneath of that, this top lifts up and there's a bunch of storage underneath of there that we use, but I need to design it better so it's more easily accessible. If you're looking at this roof, you'll notice it's 2, maybe 3 different colors by now. So when we purchased this school bus, this section of the roof was actually already in. There was a makeshift couch. There was a bed frame that was falling apart. We had to do a lot of ripping things out.
There's a huge air conditioner back there.
Yeah, there's an air conditioner back there that didn't work. So we just haven't ripped out the ceiling yet. So that is coming, and then we're just going to make it this color, this natural wood grain color. Put up brand new boards up there, and then that big flap of metal in the ceiling where the air conditioner is, that'll then be no longer there as well. And while we're talking about it, that back section there, you'll notice that's not covered up. I keep going back and forth on whether I want to put a ductless mini split there, or if I want to put some cabinetry there for more storage, but more about that when we get into the bedroom area. So moving right along, we've got our national parks map here. One of the things we plan on doing is putting a door, and we've seen this in another build, on the shower. So we've got the Nautilus retractable shower door here. So you've probably seen this in like every other van build. But we plan on putting another door on here, putting that map on the outside of the door, and then when we open the door, having all sorts of different like shower caddies and things like that to hold the toiletry items and things like that, just to get those out of the way as well. And so that's going to be a huge storage improvement once we install that. Up here, we've got our Zero Breeze Mark II air conditioner. It's pretty cool. It doesn't use up a lot of energy, but I made a video review on this. It also doesn't really cool down the bus completely, but we can take this pipe and direct it on us wherever we're at, whether we're in the bed or whether we're sitting on the couch or we're cooking. You know, we can just direct it at us, so that way it gives us a cool breeze wherever we're at. As far as the bed area, we're going to be putting a piece of plywood over here with a door, so that way we can access different things. We just installed a diesel heater. Our water tank is down there, as well as our batteries are on that side. And but along with the battery system, I'll tell you something, we didn't have enough room for the charge controller underneath because of the clearances that it needed. So we've got our 100 amp Renogy Rover with Bluetooth charge controller right there. And this is a full-size mattress, by the way, so it's not a queen. A lot of people are putting queens in their builds, and as far as the short bus is concerned, that just takes up way too much space. So we put a full in here, and we like to cuddle, so that works for us. Over here, if you want to explain our system here, it's a mess right now because, again, we haven't gotten all the storage solutions set up for the bedroom just yet. Right. But yeah, if you want to run them through some of our storage solutions that we do have currently.
So you can't see them, but we have baskets similar to the ones over the sink, but bigger, with our clothes rolled up in it. And then we have some packing cubes for larger items, and that's basically where all our clothes are. And then, I'm trying to think, we have a few hanging items there, mostly Andrew's church clothes. And then over here we have this thingy that we can put the phone on to watch stuff in bed, our rechargeable fans, and this is the remote for our is it Air Max?
Max Air fan.
Max Air fan.
This thing on the roof here. It's really cool because we can control it from the bed. And it also tells us what the temperature is in here on the right-hand side. So that's really cool as well.
Yep.
And these fans right here are really important. They're charging, so they charge with USB. And you can set them up wherever you are in the van. We've got 4 of them, and so we can, wherever we're at, we can just blow air right onto us, right, which is really neat. So let me talk to you a minute about this back storage here. So like I said, we're thinking about putting the ductless mini split up in this back area. And in that case, we just have 2 cabinets on the sides here. So one there and one there. But if we don't put the ductless mini split up, then we can actually have one in the middle as well. And then when we're looking at this side over the clothes bins, as long as we don't get too close to the inverter, we could also put another shelf up there for clothes, or even make a cabinet for the clothes, or even put one of these cargo nets here. I don't like the look of the cargo net.
Yeah. And they sag like really far down.
Yeah, they sag really far down. So it was a really cheap option on Amazon, but it turns out that was not the best option for that storage net. So going to SKOOLIE Palooza, and we'll be having a yard sale, so you might be seeing some storage nets involved there. We still got a bunch brand new in the package.
Right. The lights.
Oh yeah, let me show you.
Dimmable, so you can dim the lights.
Yeah.
Turn them off, turn them on.
And so then we've got this other dimmer over here, which never mind the wires right now. I wanted to see if I liked the switch before I permanently installed it down here more. But this you can raise and lower the, you know, dim and brighten the lights just like the ones in the bedroom, which is really cool.
Under the counter lights that aren't hooked up yet.
Yeah, so I haven't wired these in yet, but this is going to be really cool under cabinet lights, so that way we can see everything here really well. And I enjoy cooking a lot, so yeah, that's pretty key. Another thing we've got USB ports right here by the bed with extra long USB cables. Now each one of these cables, it has 3 prongs on it. Here, let me show you.
They're all twisted up.
So they're all twisted up right now, but you can see there's a bunch of different prongs on here. So you'll have a micro USB, you'll have a USB-C charger, and there's an iPhone charger on there as well. So because of the length of the cables, we're able to charge whether we're in bed or whether we are on the couch. The cables just pretty much like reach almost the entire house because it's so small. But anyways, it's not fancy editing and stuff. This is just like rolling through it tour, and there's so many improvements that we're going to be making to this thing, so stay tuned, and we'll talk you through those as we're making those, and you might see some after, you know, another tour later on when we're done with all these things. So make sure you go ahead and you subscribe. It really helps our channel out. We're still a really small channel, so we thank you for that one.